Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is 2 steps forward, 1 step back is actually progress in this reality. In our linear reality, that's a very slow progress. It's like, 2 steps forward, and we always have 1 step back, 2 steps forwards, and then 1 step back. And we always feel like we're not getting far enough along our path. We need to work harder. We need to try harder. We also apply it to non-physical things, which is kind of bizarre because the non-physical doesn't have the same measurements that we have. In consciousness, there are no directionals. There is no up or down or in or out. There just is existence. There just is beingness. So from the perspective of consciousness, there isn't like a 2 step forward and a going back. It's just how the flow is happening. Now you can see it in a certain sense because in the physical we have this expansion and then we need to integrate. We have a spiritual expansion and then we need to integrate. And that's how you can kind of see when you take steps forward, it always seems to fall back a little bit because your body is catching up, your body is integrating, you are integrating that information into physical form. That's the logical explanation for it. And the thing that is happening nowadays as greater consciousness is coming into form is that like logic is going out the window. And the way to manifest things is the opposite of the way you were taught. We see examples of this now in the world today where people are trying to do things using old paradigm power techniques. You're trying to dominate and trying to stop this or force somebody else to do that. And it's all backfiring. Because change is happening, progress happens, but it happens in a very organic, cosmic, surprising, unexpected way. We have the opportunity to experience transformation in a way that's beyond our imagination. Anything that you would like to manifest in this reality, you have the capability of doing, and it'll be in an unexpected way, not through the force of will direction that you might be used to doing it. It's going to happen in a way beyond that you can imagine. Because I tell you, if you try the old way, it's always going to have a loophole because you're approaching it like there's a problem that needs to be fixed, and the problem is going to show up in the solution. And the thing is nowadays is that the solution is beyond your comprehension. I can get super mystical about it. I guess the most mystical about it that I want to get is that consciousness, as consciousness, you are greater than your physical form, and you are also greater than your intellect. Your mind can't figure this out. But you as consciousness, you as greater consciousness, are unfolding things all the time. It is always happening in your best interest. Even the crappiest things are happening in your best interest. There have been times in my life I'd like, thank you very much for that, or fuck you very much for that. It ultimately unfolds into something bigger, a greater experience, a greater depth of wisdom, a greater ability to feel into this world. Because that's what we're here for, is to experience life. As consciousness, we have created physical reality to experience physical reality. We're supposed to feel this. We're supposed to feel the density. When you start to do it from the perspective of consciousness, when you start to use it with consciousness techniques, it becomes fun, it becomes pleasant, it's a buoyant kind of feeling, navigating through life in a very whimsical way, playful, curious. I wonder how this is going to work. kind of way. Life becomes a really fun playground experiment. And it is the opposite of everything that we're trained to do. It is also the opposite of any spiritual technique that we learned up until this moment of this consciousness shift. Because we're applying it with our old mindsets. We're applying it with this, that we want this goal to happen and this is how we're going to achieve it. And I'm going to do law of attraction and I'm going to do X number of vision boards and this number of affirmations every day. And if I focus on it every single day and I do this kind of focusing ritual, it is going to manifest exactly precisely how I want. I am going to control this down to the smallest detail because I am consciousness and I am going to control it. That aspect of you that wants to control it is not the part of you that has ultimate control. The part of you that is infinitely powerful, that has the ability to create what you choose to create, has no need to control because it is the creator of all of this. Why would I want to control myself? When you start to act as consciousness and navigate in this world as consciousness, it just starts unfolding in really amusing ways. So really all you have to do to get started in this way is to just start shifting your perspective. Start seeing things from a bigger experience. Stop beating yourself up for making the 2 steps back and the 1 step forward. Because really, as consciousness, in this hologram, there's a basic physical structure, but within that there's tremendous amount of movement and reorganization going on. And it's you as consciousness creating this. So play with that this week and see what happens. And if you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. You can also sign up below to get them in your inbox. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I put out a weekly radio show and podcast. I also put out a weekly blog and newsletter. I do these videos once or twice a week, and then I also do meetups around the Puget Sound in Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, and University Place. And I do a monthly webinar. And if you want to know more about how to navigate your life as consciousness, go to my website and look at my coaching programs, which are all non-local. I coach people from around the world through phone and through Skype. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, look at my coaching programs, and I'll see you in another week with another Mystic Minute.